Welcome back to 13 News. It's now 5:30 and big changes kick in today for how the state pays the parents of medically complex kids to take care of their children at home.
These changes were announced back in January by the Family Social Services Administration as a way to cut how much the state spends on Medicaid every year. But parents of kids with medically complex issues tell our Emily Longnecker that the changes actually put their kids at risk of not getting the care they need.
Well, last year, FSSA found a nearly $1 billion shortfall in what they predicted the state would spend on Medicaid and what they'll actually spend by next July. To make up for some of that, FSSA changed how much and how the state will pay parents to care for their medically complex kids. Already one mother says the transition has left her in a terrible spot.
And we thought we had everything in order.
When FSSA announced changes to how it pays parents and guardians to care for their medically complex kids, Jen Lukowski and her husband, who are guardians to 6-year-old Sophia, went into action.
I had to go to court and ask the judge to not be her guardian.
That's because under the FSSA changes, the state will no longer pay some parents or guardians an hourly rate to care for their medically complex kids under the attendant care program. Instead, parents will now get paid a daily rate under a different program called Structured Family Care. Lukowski wanted to stay with the first program, not because of how she got paid, but because the attendant care program also provided Sophia with 2 additional caregivers.
Because a lot of the kids, a lot of our families are teamwork.
Now Sophia's care team's in jeopardy after Lukowski discovered she's still Sophia's guardian because of a clerical error. She alerted FSSA to the mistake, but says they responded by pausing payment for Sophia's care.
We have no services right now.
Lukowski says her current situation shows how complicated each family's case can be. A group of parents met with the agency and Governor Holcomb early this year to talk about their concerns over the transition. At a news conference Monday, FSSA talked about their work on the transition.
Throughout this process, we've tried our best to stay engaged with stakeholders and provide additional supports and resources to help the families throughout the transition.
Some say the state has not done enough to help families.
There's a lot of what ifs out there, and families in these situations certainly deserve better than that.
Lukowski is living with those what ifs right now.
So it's a waiting game.
A game Lukowski says already exhausted parents are too tired to play. And 2 families have filed a lawsuit against FSSA regarding the changes. Today, FSSA would not comment on that lawsuit. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
And the state has said that attendant care services are where Medicaid is seeing the most unanticipated growth in spending.